I'm going for auditions and then you hope to call you. Why don't I just create something for myself, put out my content on the platform? So really, that was what started it all. So I started creating content, putting it online, working, just going. So for me, it was about just creating, and it was not even about having thousands of views, hundreds of views, millions of views. It was just, now I can express myself, now I can just act and put it out. If these people don't want to give me a chance, let me give my job a chance. Right. YouTube has given us that chance, let's take it. So basically that was it.
Yes, I'm sure my people want a little microphone for us. Did you plan on being a content creator at all? Did you?
Well, to be honest, I set out to be a content creator, say, in 2010. So it has always been what I wanted. Because from my childhood, I've always been an interesting child, pretty much. So you know all those type of child that you be talking to yourself. You rearrange the tail of the table, you will do school. As a matter of fact, the dining room in our house that year is Folashade School. Even while anthem, welcome to Folashade School. Children are learning Folashade School. KieKie. So at the time, because I have such great parents and they understood the fact that they needed to guide me, and my parents, when it got to the time where I needed a few equipment to take the craft to the next level, they were very supportive. And that's why every and single opportunity I have, when I see young people, middle-aged people, I tell them it is very important that you encourage your younger ones, your siblings, or your children in what they really want to do. Because really, most people have a great support system at home. They'll be more creative. So I, personally, I set out and I said, showing content to you, I'll do my share. And I'm doing it and I'm loving every moment of it.
Thank you guys for clapping out. It's amazing. We are learning from all of you and we're watching your channel and enjoying the content. Now, Jemimah, what were some of the challenges you faced? I mean, it's great to put out the first video and it's 10,000 views. What were some of the challenges? It's not like you did that for a lot of us.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the story still starts out with the first video we put out. Because we put out a new girl and we hit 10,000 after a week. But then what was interesting about it was in the next 2 weeks we hit 100. And so that video just kept skyrocketing in the views and we're just like, what is going on? And then the audience, the YouTube community said, why don't you guys make this a series, a web series? And that's when we're like, okay, I guess we can do that. I mean, we agreed before understanding what that meant, actually putting a web series out, what it entailed, the finances and everything needed for it. So I'm gonna have to say, for us, it was the money for the production and then being consistent. Because we didn't know that with YouTube, you have to be consistent. People don't care what the background work is to get that video out. All they just want to see is, if you say the video is gonna be up at 7, better be up at 7. Like, that's all they want. So it was trying to get a balance between shooting and putting up the video at the time when we said we will. I think those were the two problems we had, money and consistency.
Obviously you were capable because you have loads of people.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Great. So Shem, how do you come up with inspiration for your videos? Now the reason is a lot of us have 10 great ideas and like, oh, I'm going to shoot this, I'm going to shoot it. But then you get together and you're like, okay, what next? What else do I do? How do you come up with your ideas? How do you consistently have stories to channel?
So basically this is what I'm going to say. If you've actually experienced proper poverty, proper one. I'm not saying you have the opportunities, you can do things. When you really experience proper poverty and you are coming from the scratch, you just become creative. Yes, you naturally become creative, really. Because starting out content, I come from a place where I was telling my colleagues in the green room, where you have to shoot with an Infinix phone, and you edit with that Infinix phone. Now this is Infinix phone of not the ones they do now. Infinix phones of about 7-8 years ago. Do you understand? Android phones, and you have to move an inch and then you wait. It's load. You get it? Then you move again, it will load, you have to wait. This is not even the iPhone era. So you're coming from that kind of journey, and then you get to a position where you now have crews, you have directors, you have actors, you have a set, you have an office, you have productions going on for you. And the only thing you have to do is to be creative. You be creative. But let me be very practical. One of the ways you can always have ideas is to watch people in your field. Don't do comedy and watch vloggers. Don't do vlogging and watch reality. Watch people that cut sand on YouTube. Satisfying videos. So when you watch people in your field, you always stay on track.
You guys,
Right, thank you, Shem. I think what keeps you motivated? I remember we had spoken and you said sometimes what keeps you motivated and keeps you consistent? What do you remember? What do you put at the back of your mind?
You know, every single time I'm asked this question, it's just me. Naturally, I'm a very, very beautiful person. Naturally. And what keeps me moving is making sure that there's sanity in my personal space. It's why, you know, a few times when I'm asked, did you get angry? Did you have sad moments? You're always hyper. Because I know that it is when I'm happy that I'm able to function. It's why you don't see me on blogs, it's why you don't see me fighting, it's why you don't see me dragging. We're talking about a speech and dragging on Twitter, and I'll say, you cannot catch me here because I'm an Ibadan pen. If you insult me, I'll have to insult you. The time I'm supposed to use to raise content and be wearing bucket on my head, I'm using it to go and research the insult I want to insult. Before I know what's happening, I've spent all that day exchanging insults with you, and the only thing that is lingering in my mind is how you call my mother idiot. And that will be paining me. So what keeps me going is my mental space. My mental space is very personal to me. And as I always tell young creators, what they didn't call you inside, where to jump inside. When they are not, just like Shem just said, you should focus more on your industry. What's new, what's popping, how can you be a content creator? You don't know how to use filter on TikTok. And you're a content creator, then how do you want that to work? So it's very important that
Lovely filter.
do you hear that? The only filter you know how to use is the one that changes people to Anyanwu. When your content is not for Animal Planet or guests. But if that's what your content is for, I think that's great. So again, what keeps me going is my mental space. I'm a very silly person actually, and the best of me comes out when I'm happy, and that's it. I put myself in the center of my craft, and as long as the center holds,